It started with a ridiculous new rule the HOA had just passed. No residents may be outdoors after 8 p.m. No exceptions. No explanations. Apparently, their idea of order included turning our quiet neighborhood into a curfew zone. I thought it was absurd. I mean, really, what kind of HOA even has the authority to ban residents from walking in their own yards after sunset? But Karen, the HOA president, loved rules like this. She practically gloated every time someone mentioned it. So that evening at 8:15 p.m., I decided to test the rule. I stepped outside for a quick walk around the yard, enjoying the cool night air. The moon was bright, crickets chirped, and I felt free. That freedom was about to be short-lived. From across the street, I saw Karen marching toward me, flanked by 2 other board members. Their flashlights cut through the darkness like spotlights, and their expressions were pure fury. "You're in violation. You're outside after curfew," Karen yelled, pointing aggressively. I held my hands up, trying to reason. "Karen, this is my property. You have no legal authority to enforce a curfew. I'm just taking a walk." She didn't listen. One of the goons lunged at me, trying to grab my arm. I ducked, but another shoved me from the side. Suddenly, I was surrounded by 3 angry adults who clearly thought their HOA rules made them kings. I fought back defensively, blocking punches and sidestepping grabs. Every time they tried to corner me, I used their momentum against them. It was chaotic, but I stayed calm. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone seriously, just protect myself until help arrived. That's when I pulled out my phone and dialed 911. "Yes, I need the police immediately. My HOA just attacked me on my own property," I said, keeping my voice steady despite adrenaline coursing through me. "Yes, they're still here. I'm defending myself. Please hurry." Within minutes, sirens blared, and flashing red and blue lights lit up the neighborhood. The attackers froze as police cruisers pulled up, officers jumping out and shouting commands. Karen and her friends stumbled back, their confidence evaporating instantly. "Step away from the resident," one officer barked. "Hands where we can see them." Karen stammered, trying to explain, but her words were meaningless. The moment the cops arrived, all her so-called power dissolved. She had built herself up as the neighborhood tyrant, but reality hit hard. Attacking someone over a completely illegal HOA curfew was a crime. The officers took statements from everyone, including neighbors who had witnessed the scuffle from their windows. Karen's HOA cronies were humiliated, realizing that enforcing ridiculous rules by intimidation was no longer an option. By the time the night ended, Karen had been issued citations for assault and trespassing, and the HOA's illegal curfew rule was immediately suspended. The police assured me that any further harassment would be met with swift legal action. The next morning, news of the incident had spread through the neighborhood like wildfire. People laughed, shared videos, and finally realized how absurd and dangerous Karen's behavior had been. I even received notes from neighbors thanking me for standing up. They'd been too afraid to do it themselves. I went outside the following evening at 8:30 p.m., walking freely, enjoying the moonlit yard. Karen stayed inside, glaring through her blinds, powerless and defeated. The lesson was clear. Intimidation only works until someone refuses to bow down. Sometimes justice comes quietly with a phone call and a calm report. Sometimes it comes loudly, with flashing lights and law enforcement backing you up. And sometimes it comes with the simple satisfaction of knowing that no HOA rule, no matter how absurd, can ever overpower the law or your rights. Karen had learned it the hard way, and the neighborhood would never forget it.